Hello, I'm Joanne Sweeney. I'm a senior consultant with LEADWomen, and I'm here to talk to you today about the Gaining Recognition workshop for executive women. So I'm a New Zealander, I live in London, and I've worked with women around the world. And the topics that we talk about in this workshop are topics that women around the world face. So no matter what culture you are, what religion you are, where you live, I believe and I'm expecting that you will say, yes, I have this issue. And it is that as women in senior roles, we've got our heads down, we're working as hard as we can, doing the very, very best that we can, and we're expecting people to notice. We're probably working harder than our male colleagues, and we don't understand why they are getting recognition for their work when we're doing better and nobody's recognising how good we are. And it's because we're not drawing attention to ourselves. So I say to you, lift your head above the parapet. So a parapet is the bit that goes up and down like this in a castle. So it's an English slang. But lift your head up and tell people what you're doing. If you don't, no one will notice, because everybody else is too busy drawing attention to themselves. So if you do want recognition, you need to do some really not difficult, some quite clear and simple things for yourself that will get more senior people in your organisation and in your industry to see how good you are. I understand that it needs to be authentic, that it needs to be feel real, that it needs to feel true to who you are, and absolutely it should do. So this program, this workshop, our 3 days together is for you if you are proud of your team and all that your team is doing, if you're proud of yourself and what you're achieving. You might be preparing for a promotion and you wonder what you need to do to win that promotion. Then come along and let us support you as you figure it out. It's also for you if you want stronger, more positive, more effective relationships with more senior people, perhaps in your company, perhaps in a supplier, perhaps in a customer. What are we going to be covering? So the key things that we are going to be looking at over our 3 days together is, what are you proud of? So what of all that you do, of all that you've achieved, what are you most proud of and why? So we'll work together to help you really, really understand and nail that down. Then we're going to look at, so who do you want to notice your achievements? Who do you want recognition from? It won't be everybody. It will be a few key people. So let's work together and figure out exactly who they are. And then once we know who they are, then we need to work out, so how do you get their attention? What do you need to do for those particular people to get them to notice you and all that you're proud of? And then also, how can you do this in ways that don't upset other people, the colleagues that you work with, your peers, your team members? Because as women, typically we don't want to upset people. We want to be able to get recognition and still have good relationships. There are lots of different ways that we can get recognition, and we'll be looking at them. We'll be looking at them in depth. So here is just a taster for some of them. So we'll look at, how do we give speeches and presentations in ways that draw respect for us within our culture, within our company? How do we use social media in ways that, again, give us high credibility? How do we participate in meetings so that we are contributing in ways that are perceived to be really helpful? And how do we make sure we're not overlooked? Networking, how can we network with other people? And what works for us? Blogging, perhaps blogging is something that makes you think, can't do that. But actually there are lots of different ways of blogging, and we'll talk about how to blog in ways that build our credibility. And that's just a taster. There are so many more ways that we can communicate and share with people and help people recognise the good things that we do. bit more than this. So that's talking about recognition for ourselves. We will also be looking at how do we get recognition for our teams, for all the great things that our teams do. So more senior people in our organisation recognise the team, but not just recognising, actually telling our team members, yes, you're doing a great job, you're making a difference to our company, thank you. So you will leave confident that you can be proactive, that you know how to be proactive in a way that works for you in asking for recognition. You'll be able to accept praise gracefully, and you'll be able to give praise to others. And they will value the praise that you give them. So I'm looking forward to meeting you. I'm looking forward to working with you and hearing all about the issues and challenges that you have. Thank you.